Yeah, well, it'll be too late. It's too hard to explain. I think you need to, have a look at some videos. Yeah. Can I speak to Hi, Charmaine?
I don't normally come on the boxes. I usually just watch from a distance, but I've got bipolar myself, and I suffer quite bad with it when I have my manic moments and my depressive moments, and I'm quite medicated for it. I think
Quite medicated or medicated?
People are saying there's no sound. Is it? Are you talking about it's just me? Or
It's still me. Yeah, I couldn't hear before I joined, but I could when I joined.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
Yeah, so I do understand, and I think that she has got bipolar, I think. I'm not a doctor, I couldn't really say that, but I think that sometimes the things that she does come out with are really offensive, and just because you've got a mental health issue, it doesn't give you a right to speak that way about anybody. And even though I suffer with mental health and that, I would never speak like that, even if I was having a manic moment, you know. I think you know your boundaries no matter how ill you are.
Yeah, but not everybody's the same.
No, not everybody is the same, but everybody does understand right from wrong.
No.
Diane, can you let her speak?
Yes, hello, Sophie.
No, sorry, not me. I'm saying, can she let Charmaine? She keeps
I will
interrupting.
let her speak. How about you shut your fat mouth?
Excuse me.
You're
You
excused.
get too much to say, you. In the
I think Zia sent her over. She sounds exactly like her.
Is it a female or male, Diane?
That's what I'm questioning. Stop being so bloody rude.
Honey, respectfully, you look like a pig.
Diane?
Care what I look like. Stay to America side of TikTok and let us focus
I'm
on.
Canadian,
I don't care where you're from.
so that was wrong.
I don't care. Focus on that side.
Okay, that sounds a bit
Do
weird.
you want to continue, Charmaine?
Yeah, please, Shemaine.
I just really wanted to say that, you know, I think everyone's mental health is separate to them, and I think that that's what people need to realise. But personally, I would never be that offensive to people within my mental health and within my manic moments. So that's all I really wanted to say, to be honest. But thank you for putting me in the box.
Hi, Ashley.
Hiya. So I've just come in. I actually am a mental health professional. I work for the NHS, and I do work with people who suffer from various mental illness, bipolar being one of them. I'm not here to say she has or hasn't got it, but what I would say is a lot of the sort of symptoms and the way she behaves and what she's displaying would lead towards saying, you know, she has got bipolar. Think about everything she says and does when she's not drinking, even when she's sober, you know, having all these big ideas. She's starting businesses all the time. She's thinks she's better than everybody, you know, like that granddaughter. She will go, sometimes she's not sleeping for long periods of time. She's sort of saying things what other people class as risky or, you know, completely out of character. I'm not saying that this is an excuse for her behaviour, because the behaviour is actual horrendous. Like, she shouldn't, you know, you can't blame her behaviour on her mental health. But there's a lot of people coming in here saying that's not bipolar, she hasn't got bipolar. But for me, as a professional, she has got numerous of the symptoms that people have with bipolar, and everybody experiences and everybody behaves differently with the bipolar. And I just don't think that people should be here saying what she has or what she hasn't got. You know, she is definitely drinking and taking substances which are not helping, and she is aware of that. And, you know, people who do have mental health conditions, drinking alcohol, taking drugs, obviously can make your conditions worse, and that's essentially what she's doing. You know, like I said, I am a mental health professional. I do work for the NHS. I am, you know, a qualified person to say, but I'm not here to say she has or hasn't got it. I'm just saying this is, you know, she has got a lot of the signs of bipolar, the way she behaves, the spending money, buying expensive gifts. She lives in a council flat, but she's shopping in Harrods and obviously living beyond her means, because the next thing she's on the bus. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's just a lot of things what I think she does do, what are sort of typical bipolar
Can I ask you a
symptoms.
question, Ashley? I mean, it's not about me, but
Yeah.
do you watch me?
Do I what, sorry?
Do you watch me?
You are my guilty pleasure, Angie. I watch you quite a lot.
So can I? Do you think I've got bipolar?
I wouldn't like to comment.
I wonder.
Take the piss.
I'm actually not. Someone said I have. My mum thinks I have. I don't think I have, but it's just a bit.
No, I wouldn't say you've got bipolar. I'd lean towards something else, but I'll not discuss that on live.
Probably schizophrenia.
No, I don't think you've got that either.
Hi everyone.
Who's next? Hi, someone said Sophie. I think.
Sorry.
Sophie. No one else requested box, guys. I let the last two in because obviously I will just keep going on and on and on. So hi, Sophie.
Hello, yeah, no, I've not come in here to diagnose anyone or anything, but I just want to say if she does have something, you know, she hasn't taken any treatment to sort of help maintain her symptoms like medication or therapy, I don't think that, should be able to be used when it comes to being sentenced, etc. Because I think if you're not willing to take it on board and speak to someone or whatever, then how should you be able to use it when you've messed up in regards to the law? You know, people get to court and they say, oh, but I've got this. Okay.
Yeah.
If you weren't seeking treatment and, it didn't bother otherwise and you just put it to the side, I don't think that's right to be used. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Hey, Yasha.
Right, I'm going to drop down, but thank you very much for that. Thank you.
Sophie. Hi, Yasha. Yasha, she's gone. Okay. Hey, JD.
Hello. Is everyone all good? So I've literally
request the box, guys, because I'm going to be finishing after this. Yes.
I've literally just come home from work and I thought I'd jump on and I kind of gather who you're all on about. Whether she's, I don't know how to say this without being horrible, whether she's got mental health issues or not, she still shouldn't say the things that she says because I just don't think it's right. And, you can't say, oh, it's my mental health. I suffer from mental health. I've got things that are listed as long as my arm, but I don't blame it on that, and I don't think people should blame it on that. I think she's a very troubled person. I think she does need help.
Yeah,
but I don't think TikTok is. I mean, we have no right to say to people you can't be on TikTok because of your mental health. But personally, I don't think TikTok is for her. I think she needs to come off, get sorted, and then come back on. That's just my opinion.
Angie, I'm just going to let Georgia in. That's her half sister.
Hello. Excuse the noise in my background. Can everyone hear me? Yeah.
Hello.
Right. All I'm going to say on this subject, I'm not going to drag it out. I'm not going to keep going on about it. But all I'm going to say is these gifters are enabling this behaviour from my sister. They are pushing her to the breaking point. Because she's going to continue because she's getting fed off you lot. Not meaning you lot in here, meaning TikTok itself, right? What you need to understand with Leanne, she's very naive, right? If someone tells her to do something, she's going to do it. She's not bothered, right? She doesn't care about anybody else but herself. And as she's on this app, everyone's feeding her. It's like feeding her toddler that's misbehaving, They're going to keep doing it and they're going to keep doing it. Until they're going to come to a breaking point. And that's what's happening right now.
Have you saw it down?
I'm not on here to argue with anybody, right? But I can see it, right? And I see through her, She sat on her live all day, every day, because she knows she's getting money, right? Yeah, fine, fair enough. Gift who you want to gift, but it's never going to stop.
But isn't that what you're doing?
No, I'm not doing that.
Sister.
I'm not doing anything. No, I don't need the clout. I've got my own.
I can see where she's coming from.
I'm not on about anybody else. I don't want the clout from anybody off this app, right? But I'm just speaking how I'm seeing it, She's a 43-year-old woman, right? Sat on a gaming chair. She's obviously very lonely from what she's done in her past life, And now she's got older, she's thinking, shit, I've nobody, She does have a family, She's got me, she's got my kids. She chose that road to go down. Why am I being targeted? She can't blame the mental health on being racist. It can't happen.
Sorry,
it's wrong.
You're echoing.
I'm echoing.
Yeah, you're low.
Yeah, I think
Why is it echoing on me?
Hello.
There's nobody that's going to help
you, and then let Bradley talk, and then I'll meet you, Georgia.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Hi there, Ange. I just wanted to quickly say my opinion. When all that was going on and she went home that evening and said all those vindictive things as she did, and when the police knocked on her door, she became fully aware what was going on, completely came out what she was in. And she was quite normal. Hate me, I was one of the people that reported her to the police. The police have now rang me and said that she will be bailed and she will be up with the Crown Prosecution Court. They want evidence. They've got an awful lot of evidence. They're pretty appalled themselves. How come the police phoned you? Sorry?
How did you say the police phoned you?
The police have just phoned me.
To say she will be what?
She will be bailed this afternoon and she'll be up above the Crown Prosecution once they've got all their evidence of what went on that evening.
Right, yeah.
So, yeah, maybe I'm a gas, but do you know what? It can't go on. She's upsetting too many people. Lots of people that just come on here for a bit of time away, and it's too much. It's too much.
People are saying that they want to phone you, they would do, because the police would phone you to give you an update. If you made a report in regards to CLA, they would have given you an update to say...
That's what they've done. They've given me an update.
Sounds a bit sus. Isn't Crown, proper serious? There's two types of court.
There's magistrates court? And there's Crown.
Isn't Crown Court for murderers and stuff? Isn't that the worst?
No, it's more civil.
There's a magistrates court where it's quite severe. The Crown Court, I don't know. I could be wrong.
And can I just touch on what people have been saying
I'm going to drop
bipolar?
down. Sorry if I offended anyone, but I just had to have my say.
Can I just touch on what people have been saying about bipolar? Can you hear me, everybody? I just think it's really it's very, very sad when there's people that come on here who don't deal with bipolar themselves to actually turn around and say that she clearly doesn't have it. I think it's really disrespectful for people who do not get on a daily basis.
Georgia, I don't know why you're echoing again. You might want to just, close it up and come back in again.
So basically, my husband has bipolar and he's been diagnosed for 7 years. And I see a lot of what CLA does in him and vice versa. So for everyone to turn around and say it's not related to bipolar, that is incorrect. My husband cannot drink alcohol. If he drinks alcohol...
Is anybody talking?
...being diagnosed with bipolar, then he will say abusive and horrible things. So I just think people need to stop saying she doesn't have it if they don't have any experience with bipolar at all.
Yes, absolutely.
Can I ask you a question? If you have bipolar,
am I still echoing? Am I still echoing?
I can't hear you with the echo.
So can I ask you a question? Somebody with bipolar, and what happens if, say, they're not on the medication, or even not on the medication, they have alcohol? Can that give that?
I can give you some really good examples with my husband. He will become abusive. He will say things, not physically abusive, but he will say the most hurtful things to the people he loves. And that is what happens. So
would you come out with the hate crimes?
Pardon?
Or would you come out with a hate crime?
It wouldn't come out with a hate crime, but it's very hard to control your emotions if you have bipolar and you have had alcohol. So I'm not agreeing with what CLA has done. Absolutely not. But what I'm trying to say to people is you cannot come on here if you know nothing about a mental disorder and say she doesn't have it. That's not correct. We cannot say that about something we don't understand unless there's proof.
Yeah, I agree. Can I just one sec, Corey? Can I get to Rachel? I don't know if Rachel. Have you spoken, Rachel?
I've been chiming in every now and then, and every now and then I've been agreeing, especially with April. I think April's very, very smart, very wise. She knows what she's talking about, very clued up. I think that it's ridiculous to say that it's not an excuse. Of course, it's an excuse. It doesn't mean it's a good excuse, but of course, it's an excuse. Okay, of course it is. It's a reason and an excuse. They're very similar things. Okay,
it is. I agree with you there. It is a reason, you know, because I know that my partner, if he did not have bipolar and if he didn't have a drink, would never say those things. They cannot control their emotions if they're not on medication and they're drinking alcohol. I've seen it firsthand. So that is a reason. Absolutely.
And I also think that it's ridiculous to say that someone said earlier about alcohol and that it's only alcohol abuse that has done this. No, sometimes you can get mental health issues from drinking and using drugs. It happens.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, Corey. Your clout chaser. Hello.
Hello, Angie.
Can you stop goddamn clout chasing from me?
Well, unfortunately not, Angie. But I watched that video, which I'm sure everybody else did, right? She straight away jumped to a line of defence, which I'm hoping she kept with during her interview, right? But she straight away said, that's not me. That was somebody else pretending to be me. So straight away, she's ready to go her defence. Now, in regards to the lady that just come up, right? And the lady said that obviously the police had rung her. Now, I'm not doubting that, right? Because if you make a report and they've got an update, the police have to inform you. However, there was something that she said which I didn't agree with. She said that she'd be released on bail and then she'll go in front of the Crown Prosecution Service. She won't. So basically what will happen is she'll be released on bail, they'll put all the evidence together, then they'll go to their bosses, and then their bosses then will take that case to the Crown Prosecution Service, and then essentially then they'll decide on it. They'll decide on a charging decision. But truthfully,
yes.
I disagree with everything that she does and everything that she says when she's drunk. But obviously, I think, you know, she might need some time away. But look at what happened last time when she kicked off. You know, she ended up in a mental hospital. So is that where she's going to end up now? Is she going to be back there? And then EQ is going to fly back to the UK to be number 2 on the rankings again? Quite possibly.
Yeah. But to be fair, the next day...
Nat, give it a couple of hours. Nat will upload a video with a sad ballad in the background.
Yeah, but Corey, to be fair, the next day when she went live, there didn't seem to be, you know, anything wrong with her in regards to mental health, so why would they section her?
It's a very easy defence for somebody to come up with and then for them not to be able to disprove. So if she says, I am mentally unable to make an inadequate decision, then I need to be sectioned, straight away they can't argue with that. And if she goes away, then it just means, you know, that what she's done has gone.
Also, Corey, just because you're sectioned, they can also still rearrest you when you come out after you get better.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Take you to court after you come out. Just because you get sectioned, guys, you think this is an out of jail card. 100% not. Because once you get better, they can still take you to court.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And I was going to say, it's not nice being sectioned. No one would choose to be sectioned if they've ever been. Anyone who has been sectioned would never choose to be sectioned. It's not something.
Well, I think you find, Rachel.
I think you'll find that anyone who's been in the system and has actually experienced sectioning would say it was not a pleasant experience. It wasn't something that was nice. They wouldn't choose it unless they needed it.
Rachel, if I was to choose jail and to be sectioned, I think I'd rather be sectioned.
So last time, if you all remember,
I do much doubt it, but I'm just saying.
So last time when she got arrested for attacking Modine, they told her, they gave her the option. You're either going to be taken to court over the attack on Modine or you can be sectioned under the Mental Health Act. And she took the sectioning.
They might not give her that though this time. They might just, if she says that this is my mental health and that they want to be sectioned, she still might not get away with it. They'll say, well, you still get a court when you get better because it's too many times now. You know what I mean?
They don't just flippantly give you that choice. They don't just flippantly say, do you want to be arrested or sectioned if they don't think you need sectioning.
It would be because you need it. And I agree with you, April. And I feel like I think she knows she needed it and that's why she took it. I don't think she did it out of choice. I think she did it out of what does she need right now.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. She chose that.
Correct.
She literally come online a couple of days after she came out, and that's literally what she said. I was offered the option, and I took the option.
But do you think they offered it because they thought she didn't need it?
I'm going off what she said, babe. I wasn't there.
No, I know, but you're saying she accepted it because she didn't want to be arrested.
Again, her words, not mine.
But the mental health team, do you think they would have offered it if they thought she didn't really need it?
Yeah.
I personally don't think that a line of defence for saying the stuff that she does should be, I'm mentally unwell. I think you're perfectly within your rights to either say or not to say something as bad as she says.
Well, let me let Jane out because she actually works there. Where's she gone? Jane, do you want to request the box? Please. Hi, Bailey.
Hello. I wanted to kind of have my 2 cents as someone. I don't have bipolar. I have BPD, but they are like similar conditions. I don't know. I'm not in the place to say if she has bipolar or not. That's not my that's not my point to say. But like, if she's drinking and it's making it worse, I know it can with like conditions like that. But I think the only thing I need to say really or want to say is the fact that like, if you're drinking and it's going to make it worse, don't drink. It's easier said than done, obviously, but some of the things she's come out with are absolutely abhorrent. It's easier said than done. The things she was saying yesterday are absolutely ridiculous.
One sec, guys.
There's echoing. Sorry, I don't know where the echoing's coming from. But like the thing she was saying, like obviously it's a reason, it's not an excuse, and it kind of adds as well, like some of the things she does and having a platform and behaving the way she does, it adds to stigma of those kind of disorders as well.
Yeah. Can I just say, someone asked if I was worried. I have nothing to worry about. No, listen, people have sent many reports regarding what I said about the dog. They probably got more than 600 reports because it was crazy. I had like 59 million views, I think, when I said about the dog. No, one police officer. Just because you get loads of reports to the police station, if they've reviewed it and they feel there's nothing there, they're not just going to arrest you. So don't get into your head, guys, that, oh, well, I'm going to just keep reporting this person then because it works. 100% not. You got to remember, with CLA, it is a hate crime. Went into about the Jewish community. She's done it many, many times. What I've said, like what you was talking about, the pink paint and blah, blah, blah. You need to prove there was racism behind what I did, and there wasn't. Do you get what I'm saying? So I didn't come online calling people with the N-word or talking about the Jewish community. There's a very big difference. When I talk about things I've done, it's about myself. Do you get what I'm saying? Even though you are triggered. So you can report as much as you want. Don't think it's just because you do that, it's going to, do you know what I mean?
What did you say about the dog, Ange?
And
I was thinking about the dog. It went worldwide and they got more than 600 reports.
She said she booyaked the dog.
You're absolutely right there, Ange. At the end of the day, if someone has committed a crime, then they have to answer to it. That's absolutely fine. But what I've come on here for is I don't agree in the comments when people are saying she knows how to play to be bipolar. I think that people should not say that. Yeah, if you've committed a hate crime, you should answer to it. Absolutely. Anyone should, whether they've got bipolar or not. But for people to come on here and say she hasn't when they're not medically trained or they don't deal with it on a daily basis, they should really, really look at themselves.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You look at Robinson, he's been bananaed from he was, I think he's okay now, but for all social media platforms, because of the following he attracted and all this, you know what I mean? So that could be possible, but I don't think she'll get a ban. I don't. She might get conditions like, what she can and can't say in there.
But when CLA is sober, she's quite entertaining. I can literally sit there and watch her quite frequently. It's when she's had a drink, it just all seems to splurge straight out. Similar to April's story.
She sees people on the FYP, and I said this before, because when I went on the FYP about that pink makeup, it was all over the FYP, everyone was talking about it. All of a sudden, the next day or 2 days later, she was on the FYP for not what I'd done, because it wasn't racist, you know what I mean? Even though a lot of people were saying it was, it's coming out of the Jewish community. I feel she has to be bigger and better. Why is people talking about this person? No, I want everyone to talk about me. I want to be on the FYP. I want the attention.
A lot of people do it. EQ is worse for it, Ange. EQ is worse for doing that. She will literally
thing
be
with
on her
EQ,
lives and just say something so outrageous just to ensure she's FYP.
She covers herself, EQ. She covers herself very well by saying, I'm a comedian, so it's an act.
Yeah, all right, love.
But that's how she covers herself, isn't it? It was an
I know what the
FYI.
crack is with EQ.
I wanted to answer something Corey said. The police. If the police.
Right, I'm going to jump down now, Angie, but thank you very much for having me on. Thank you.
If the police come to arrest you, then they won't just say, right, we're going to arrest you or we're going to section you. Even though she might have said that on a live, that is not the way the system works. If you're getting arrested, you're taken to the police cells. They then assessed by a doctor if they believe she's got mental health issues, and the doctor will then give an option of, we can voluntarily section you for 72 hours, or we can arrest you and section you for 72 hours. If you go voluntarily, you get certain privileges and, that goes on your side if you do it voluntarily without the courts having to do it for you. So she might come on here and say, I was told I could go in on a section, but definitely not. I mean, it's quite hard to section anybody nowadays, and on top of that. But if she's in a crisis and she is putting other people at risk in the world, she's either going to be arrested and kept in, or she's going under section if it's a crisis. But it does not in any way stop her from being charged with a hate crime. All as it does is she goes under section is a psychiatrist will then confirm, did she actually know what she was doing at that time or did she not? And this seems...
Corey, do us a favour and drop.
There's only 2 comments. It's from 2 saving accounts.
They're saying that because of me, or?
No. It's because they don't like me. But they're fake accounts, Angie. 3 following, 5 followers.
Just a comment to everybody saying EQ isn't as bad or EQ has calmed down.
EQ is a lot worse.
I've seen an FYP this morning of EQ saying a domestic abuse survivor deserved getting a beating.
Then she should be banned too.
That's not calming down, is it? That's disgusting.
No. EQ tried to get a misread box this morning, guys.
There's a high possibility the police will ban CLA if she gets out, which I'm quite shocked and taken aback that Maddie was contacted so quick if she was just arrested this morning. Victim support usually take a couple of days anyway to notify somebody the outcome of, a victim of the charges and what's happening. But maybe different down your end.
Although a few people did say they've got a call as well, whether they're just trolling, I don't know.
She could have been, her devices could have been taken because it is a hate crime and she could be banned from social media is a high possibility.
Yeah. Yeah, but the court would have to decide that, though, right?
No, the police can decide that. The police can let her out on police bail and they can withhold her devices and stop her from going on social media. They can ban her until she goes to court.
Hey, Angie, you okay?
Hi, yes, Chaz.
Hi, guys, are you all okay?
Good.
Yeah.
Right, I'm just coming in just to say that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what she's got, what she hasn't got. She can't go round thinking that it's okay to be calling people and doing what she's doing. It's wrong.
100%.
Hi, sorry to interrupt. Everybody's in the comments saying, did EQ really say that? Well, you probably know the creator she said it about. I don't know the creator personally. I've never come across her until EQ mentioned her. But her name's Hayley and she's Scottish and apparently she's well known on the app. Or she said it about her. So yeah, she did say it. She said it in live.
Yeah, she really isn't well known in the app. I think she goes on that comment cafe forum. She's toxic. Apparently, I don't know whether it's true she's in a safe house. No, I don't know if that's true or not. But in my opinion, if you're in a safe house, you should not use social media. That's just my opinion, Why would you be on social media if you've got to think about your safety when so many people are trying to get this person's address, that person's address.
On her FYP yesterday, EQ said that she deserved to get a beating throughout her domestic violence abuse. So, yeah, that's a lovely...
Bradley, can you hear anybody else talking? I can't hear nobody.
That's unacceptable.
Other than Angie.
Because I'm not talking, I am now.
I thought she was Scottish. If she's not Scottish, my bad. She sounds Scottish.
Yeah, well, she had a lot to say about me. Do you know what I mean? And so, you know, I think she is quite toxic. I do. I think she makes accusations with no evidence. She says she's a criminologist. She does crime, I think. She has no clue about crime or what she's talking about. I just think she's a bit of a weird one, really. I'm not saying it's right with what EQ said, because obviously no one deserves to be, you know, hit. You know what I mean?
So why has CLA been arrested? Is it because of what she did yesterday?
Thank you.
It's because she was saying stuff yesterday. That was a hate crime.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
it's all about
it was to do with the LGBT community. Apparently, I don't know if it was to do with what she was saying about the Jewish community, but I know it was to do with the LGBT community.
Yeah.
And what's going to happen again? The same as last time. She gets let out. So then she can go and do it again and again and again and again. She gets away with it on air as well.
Why do you think
it was the one that went in about Lisa Marie, said that she's the victim and the family won't, and she went on no evidence, and she actually got it wrong, terribly wrong. Okay, so she's not, in my eyes, she's not a criminologist, because a criminologist, you would go on evidence and not just evidence that someone can edit. You know what I mean? And she got it so wrong. So I went off her after that, really. She has no right. She's not a police officer having her opinions on things and saying this person's done that person's done that. Who does she think she is? Do you know what I mean? I can say I just have my opinions, but she's a bloody criminologist. Well, that's what she says she is. I really find that hard to believe. I really find that hard to believe she's a criminologist.
Well, you could give advice, but you really couldn't, stand in judgment. We've all got a duty of care for people's safety as well. We can't stand in judgment and make judgment towards people.
A woman, like I said,
whatever illness they've got.
A woman was severely affected mentally because of the things that she was saying. One of the reasons, you know what I mean?
As a criminologist, she shouldn't be triggering people. That's like a big no-no. We're not allowed to do that. I mean, you know, I trained as a social worker many years ago, but I didn't go on in that career. I went to turn to counselling instead. But we're not allowed, you know, as a duty of care, we've got to look at everybody's safety. We are not allowed to come on social media and make judgments or be nasty to people.
Well, someone said she's got a degree in criminology. She's not a criminologist, so that explains why she's not a criminologist and she's got a degree. And that makes sense then, why she's not there, thank God. Oh, I'd hate to have criminologists with those opinions. You know what I mean? She's got a degree, okay, then that makes more sense. Thank God.
Well, you've got to be neutral. You can't just stand the judgment. I mean, I'm all for mental health, I see pain and addiction and stuff. I see addiction as what trauma did you suffer? What pain did you suffer for you to become this aggressive, angry person, you know, and would try help rather than give any judgment, because I just don't believe anybody should be judged.
Yeah. One second, let me just get rid of this person here. And you can go away. No, that's because she had a lot to say about me, that's why. She didn't have anything to say about me. I'm not going to, then obviously I'm going to have an opinion on her. I don't really know the woman, but I know when it was on my live and it was talking about the Lisa Marie thing with Cockapoo, she was saying Lisa Marie's a victim. Cockapoo, you know, she was just crucifying her. And, you know, I just felt that her opinions, you know what I mean? And she got it wrong, very wrong. And then she had to come and apologize. I don't know if she apologized, come in and that only because we, on my platform, actually found out that Lisa Marie had lied about a couple of things. And then she had to come on and explain herself. You know what I mean? Hayley will always side with the victim. The thing is, though, Nask, who is the victim? The victim you accuse, the victim are you the victim or the victim you're accusing? Do you get what I'm saying? Like Corey, for example, right? I've accused him of something. Yeah, am I the victim or is Corey the victim? Because am I making up a false accusation?
Me, I'm the victim.
Do you get what I'm saying? So who is the victim? So you keep saying victim, victim, victim. But it's social media. How do you know that person's the victim and Corey's not the victim? Look at Laura and Speedo. Who's the victim there? Is it Speedo because he's been accused and his life's been turned up and upside down because of what she's accused him of? Or is she the victim? Do you get what I'm saying? So stop with the victim stuff. Unless it goes to court and that person's being found guilty, you're no victim until that happens, in my eyes.
But it's quite easy to come on social media.
Does Cockapoo come live?
Exactly. Now you're saying Speedo's the victim, but she's made an accusation against him saying this is what's happened. But isn't she the victim? Are we now victim shaming? Do you get what I'm saying? It's social media. You
Does Cockapoo come live anymore?
This has been in court and that person's being found guilty. You can't go around saying, let's support the victim, because we really don't know who the victim is, right?
Yeah, there's always three sides to a story. Your side, the other person's side, and physically what happened. Because you're both going to see it.
Has Cockapoo been run off the app?
No, Bradley.
No.
Who?
Cockapoo.
No.
Bradley, are you okay, love?
Hmm?
Who?
What are you talking about?
Hiya.
Hi, Shaz, you alright? Sorry, Wendy, you alright?
Yeah, I was just thinking about what she actually said, and it's never gone out of my mind about
Oh, okay. They don't let me in Miss
the
Red
lost
Box.
lad, Jay.
One of her mods always blocks me. For
The
some
lost
reason.
lad, Jay.
That's me.
And his mum. She was absolutely disgusting in what she said about them. And I think everyone's forgot about that. She said that she wanted him dead, and she hopes he was in the sea, bitten and by a shark by the mafia.
Who said that?
CLA, when she was drunk.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah,
it was all on video. I could not get my breath, and I think the actual victim. I think TikTok is the victim of CLA. I really do, and that means everybody and TikTok, because she said something bad about her followers, about great creators who actually mean something. She's just a vile, vile woman. And I hope that the police do everything in their power to keep her away from TikTok and all social media. That's all I've got to say.
Yeah.
And that's sad. Do you think that would be said, like, would you walk up to somebody on the street and physically say that to them? No, you wouldn't. You know, what social media is doing now is giving people a platform to, like, torture innocent people when they're going through such a miserable time as it is.
But CLI is not innocent.
I'm talking about, Jay's mum. I lost my son 13
Oh, yeah,
years ago,
definitely.
and I feel
Do you
for
think,
Jay's
guys,
mum.
can I ask you a question? Do you think CLAs are, like someone's put in the comment, a victim of TikTok? Yeah, but she's become so addicted to
You could be addicted to it.
It's a social media addiction, I think. Like, social media can be really dangerous in the wrong person's hands.
If you're in the wrong mindset, if you're in the wrong mindset and you get addicted to social media and you love all this clout and it's continuously building you up, you're going to lose actually who you are and become somebody totally different.
100%.
Empty.
I would just say, if you're strong, stay off the app, to be honest, or try your best to stay off the app.
Oh, empty.
I've just come in to say I've got a little blanket there if you need it,
A blanket? What for?
You're looking a bit blue.
Huh?
You're looking a bit blue. I'm concerned you might have hypothermia. So I've got a little blanket there for you if you want it. Just reach out and let me know. Okay.
I wonder who's going to say anything about that and call you racist, Ange. Someone's going to say
I'm
something.
going to lose final
aren't they?
2 people in, guys, because otherwise I'll be here all day.
I'm going to drop now anyway. I've said what I've had to say. Thanks, guys.
Just on your comment about TikTok, I call it a TikTok disorder. It's got CLA, it's got Gem Zeno, and it's got a lot of people, and hopefully it don't get you in the end, Ange?
Can I just go back to when people say, I support victims, right? I support 100%. I do get it, right? But let's go back to this Speedo and Laura situation, right? Because a lot of people said that Speedo was a victim. And there was another thing, and Chemzino is another one. Now, is she the victim? Because she accused Boxer of something, did she not? Was it Boxer or someone? I can't remember the name. Who did she accuse of something? I'm not going to go in on Chemzino because I don't mind Chemzino, but she did make an accusation against Chemzino. So if you guys support the victims, well, she's just come out with that accusation. Is she a victim?
Hell
You know what
no.
I'm saying? Who
Gemma is a
is the victim?
psychopath.
I could just see her make an accusation and be the victim. So you should be supporting me, right?
Can I just clear up, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, this next to me, this lovely person here, is not the real Bradley. It's an inside joke because he sounds like Bradley, but it is nothing
Hey, Donna, don't tell everybody. We're pretending that he is.
Oh, bad me. I'm wrong that way.
We're all fun then. It ain't victims, it's giving them a platform. But what I'm saying is, if you're a victim on TikTok, yeah, it's hard. It's a difficult one, isn't it? I'd always support a real victim, yeah, if it's gone to court and that person's been, prosecuted.
Convicted.
Yeah. Because I don't know who the victim is when someone comes onto my platform and makes that accusation against someone, especially if you're on TikTok. I was like, well, I don't know. You've got receipts. And I get crucified for asking that. But you want me to just come on my platform, just accuse, for example, Corey of the most awful thing ever. And I'm meant to support you because you made this accusation up and just with no evidence, no receipts, because it's not okay to ask a victim for the receipts. You know what I mean? But yeah, poor Corey is going to get shitloads. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Hello, Daddy Antics.
How you doing? You alright? I'm just here. I was just listening in. Still, there's a lot going on right now, so I was just listening in. How are you? Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Has everyone had their say, guys? Because I want to come up and off in a sec.
Can I just say, Ange, England, England.
Oh, Alexa, play 3 lines in